Avoid these two supplements that quietly weaken your legs after 60. Yes, you heard that right. Not your heart, not your memory, but your legs may be the first to quietly decline as you age. And the surprising truth? Two common supplements, often taken with good intentions, could making things worse, not better. After 60, your legs are your independence. They're how you move, how you stay active, how you live life on your own terms. But if they begin to weaken, even slightly, the risk of falls, fractures, and full-time care rises dramatically. And yet, most people have no idea this slow loss of strength is happening, or that some of the very pills they take each day might be behind it. So before you reach for your next vitamin, take a moment. You deserve to know what could be working against you, and more importantly, how to fix it. Stay with us, because this one small shift in your routine could make all the difference in how you walk, move, and feel in the years ahead. Let's take that first step together. Part 1. Synthetic vitamin A, the hidden enemy in your cabinet. You may think you're doing everything right, taking your vitamins, eating healthy, trying to stay active. But what if one small invisible ingredient in your daily supplement is silently working against you, weakening your legs and increasing your risk of falls without you even realizing it? That ingredient is synthetic vitamin A, and it's far more dangerous than most people know. While vitamin A is essential for vision, skin, and immune health, not all forms are created equal. There's the kind your body gets naturally from food, and then there's the kind added to pills and processed products. Synthetic versions like retinol palmitate or retinol acetate. These synthetic forms don't just pass through your body. They build up quietly in your liver, your bones, and your muscles. Over time, this accumulation can lead to serious issues, including bone loss, muscle breakdown, and impaired balance. The very things seniors work so hard to protect. A major 2023 meta-analysis published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that seniors with high levels of synthetic vitamin A were 60% more likely to suffer fractures from minor falls, experience 48% faster rates of bone thinning, and showed a 41% increase in thigh muscle deterioration. These aren't just numbers. These are real outcomes. People who followed health advice, took their daily vitamins, and still lost the ability to move freely. In many cases, they didn't even know they were at risk. That's what makes this issue so dangerous. The early signs are easy to miss. A little stiffness when walking, a slower reaction when getting up, a slight tremble in the knees when stepping down a curb. But underneath, your fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones responsible for quick reactions and balance, are under attack. Synthetic vitamin A increases oxidative stress within those fibers, making them stiff, less responsive, and more prone to fatigue. As the damage builds up, your muscles lose their flexibility, your balance weakens, and your risk of falling increases, all without a single warning sign. What's worse is that this can happen even if you're not taking high doses. Most common multivitamins contain 2 to 3 times the daily recommended amount of synthetic vitamin A. When you add in fortified cereals, processed dairy, and other everyday products, the total climbs higher than you think. A 2022 cohort study published in Aging Cell Journal found that seniors with slightly elevated levels of synthetic vitamin A were 35% more likely to be hospitalized due to fractures or mobility issues, even though they believed they were protecting their health. And it's not just the bones that suffer. This imbalance also affects your ability to generate and repair muscle, which means every step you take requires more effort from a weaker foundation. Over time, this leads to fatigue, instability, and eventually, a loss of independence. But here's the good news: you can prevent this. Start by checking your supplements. Look for retinol palmitate or retinol acetate on the ingredient list. If they're listed toward the top, it's time to reconsider. The safest form of vitamin A for seniors is beta-carotene, a plant-based compound found in foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and kale. Your body naturally converts beta-carotene into vitamin A at its own pace, creating only what it needs, without the risk of overload. If you do take a supplement, make sure it lists beta-carotene as the source. And if you've been using synthetic vitamin A for years, speak with your healthcare provider about getting your levels tested. Prevention is the only real defense, because once the damage to your muscles and bones becomes visible, it's often too late to fully reverse. Your legs are the foundation of your freedom. They carry you through each day, through each chapter of your life. Don't let an invisible mistake take that away from you. With one smart decision, you can begin to rebuild your strength, protect your balance, and stay independent well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. And now that you know what to avoid, it's time to reveal the second common supplement mistake, one that might be even more harmful than the first. Part 2. Unbalanced calcium, doing more harm than good. For decades, calcium has been seen as the gold standard for bone health. Doctors, commercials, even cereal boxes told us the same thing. Take more calcium to keep your bones strong. But recent research is revealing a very different truth, one that every senior deserves to hear. Because when calcium is taken in excess or taken without the right supporting nutrients, it doesn't always go to your bones. Instead, it often ends up in places it shouldn't, in your joints, in your arteries, and even inside your muscles. And when that happens, calcium becomes more of a threat than a protector. The idea sounds simple. Calcium builds bones. So, more calcium must mean stronger bones, right? Not quite. In reality, your body needs a delicate balance between calcium and 3 other nutrients: magnesium, vitamin D3, and vitamin K2. Without them, calcium can't do its job properly. It starts depositing in soft tissues instead of bone, causing stiffness, cramping, and restricted blood flow, especially in the legs. Over time, this leads to symptoms that many seniors chalk up to just getting older. Things like sore knees going upstairs, tight calves at night, slower walking speeds, or a growing fear of falling. But often, these are signs of misplaced calcium, not aging. A groundbreaking 2024 study, published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research, found that seniors who took high-dose calcium supplements without proper nutrient balance were 71% more likely to suffer hip fractures. They also faced a 63% greater risk of arterial calcification, which hardens blood vessels and restricts circulation to leg muscles. That same group showed a 45% higher rate of muscle stiffness and chronic tightness, which directly affects balance and coordination. And even more concerning, these seniors often had normal bone density on scans. That's right, strong-looking bones, but stiff muscles, poor mobility, and fragile joints. So what's really happening? When magnesium is low, muscles struggle to relax. When vitamin D3 is low, your body can't absorb calcium effectively. And without vitamin K2, calcium doesn't reach your bones. It clogs your arteries instead. The result is a body that feels tight, slow, and heavy, even though you're trying your best to stay healthy. And because these effects build slowly over time, most people don't notice until the damage is already done. One 2022 analysis in Circulation found that even seniors with good bone scans were twice as likely to suffer mobility loss within 5 years if they had excess calcium buildup in soft tissues. And perhaps most surprising of all, a University of Sydney study revealed that seniors who took the highest doses of calcium but lacked K2 and magnesium had a 58% higher risk of sudden falls. These weren't small stumbles. They led to hip fractures, hospital stays, and long-term loss of independence. But here's the hopeful part. You don't need to avoid calcium completely. You just need to use it wisely. Most seniors only need 500 to 700 milligrams per day, and only if their diet doesn't provide enough. More importantly, calcium should never be taken alone. It should always be paired with magnesium, vitamin D3, and vitamin K2. These nutrients work as a team to deliver calcium to your bones and keep it out of your arteries. Thankfully, nature provides many food sources that contain this balance. Leafy greens like kale and spinach, fatty fish like sardines, almonds, and fermented foods like natto are all excellent options. These foods don't just build bones, they protect muscles, support blood flow, and preserve joint flexibility. If you're currently taking a high-dose calcium supplement, consider speaking with your doctor about getting a blood panel. Testing your levels of calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D can help prevent long-term complications. And if you've already experienced cramping, stiffness, or unsteady balance, these may be early signs that your body is struggling to handle calcium the right way. In the end, strong legs don't come from pills alone. They come from flexible muscles, healthy circulation, and smart nutrition that respects your body's balance. What you leave out of your routine is just as important as what you put in. Now that you understand the second hidden danger, it's time to shift your focus, not just on what to avoid, but on what to intentionally include. Because the foods you choose each day can either weaken or rebuild your legs and your future. You now know what's quietly weakening your legs after 60. But the real power lies in what you choose to eat next. The right foods can rebuild your strength, improve your balance, and help you move with confidence again. After all, your legs aren't just muscles. They are your freedom, your connection to life. Every step you take, every moment you live fully, begins with the fuel you give your body. So if you've ever felt tired walking, uneasy standing, or afraid of falling, don't ignore it. Your next meal could be the turning point. Coming up, we'll reveal 3 science-backed foods that restore leg power, boost circulation, and help you stay independent well into your 70s and beyond. If you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with someone who deserves to move freely again. Let's take the next step. Together. 1. Wild-caught salmon, nature's muscle medicine. When it comes to rebuilding leg strength after 60, few foods work as powerfully or as naturally as wild-caught salmon. This is not just fish. This is a form of medicine gifted by nature. And if you're looking for one simple meal that supports your muscles, protects your circulation, and helps you stay on your feet longer, this is it. As we age, our bodies go through a quiet but serious process called anabolic resistance. That means your ability to build and maintain muscles starts to slow down. Even if you eat well, your body doesn't respond the way it once did. That's why older adults often notice their legs getting smaller, weaker, or more easily tired, especially the big muscles in your thighs, calves, and glutes. But the good news is, the right protein can turn this around. Wild-caught salmon provides some of the highest quality protein available. It contains all the essential amino acids your muscles need, especially leucine, which plays a key role in muscle repair and growth. In a major 2023 study, published in the Journal of Geriatric Muscle Health, seniors who included salmon in their weekly meals had 42% higher rates of muscle protein synthesis compared to those who consumed low-protein breakfasts. Over time, that translated into faster walking speed, better balance, and even stronger chair stand test results. All signs of improved leg strength and function. But protein is only part of the story. Wild-caught salmon is also incredibly rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially EPA and DHA. These healthy fats do more than support your heart. They reduce chronic inflammation, improve blood vessel flexibility, and protect your muscle fibers from damage. Inflammation may sound like just another medical term, but for your legs, it's a silent enemy. It stiffens the muscles, restricts circulation, and slows recovery, even after simple daily activities like walking or standing. A 2022 meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with higher blood levels of EPA and DHA had 28% more quadriceps strength, better calf endurance, and a significantly lower risk of falls. That's because omega-3s support mitochondria function, the tiny power plants inside your muscle cells that create energy. They also increase capillary density, helping deliver oxygen and nutrients right where your legs need them most. But not all salmon is created equal. Farmed salmon, while cheaper, often contains inflammatory omega-6 fats, antibiotic residues, and even heavy metals. These can do more harm than good, especially for older adults trying to reduce inflammation and improve joint mobility. That's why it's critical to choose wild-caught salmon, which feeds naturally, swims in clean waters, and contains higher levels of pure omega-3s. Preparing salmon doesn't have to be complicated. Grill it, bake it, or pan-sear it gently in olive oil to preserve its nutrients. Serve it alongside leafy greens, quinoa, or avocado for a complete anti-inflammatory meal. Even 2 to 3 servings a week can lead to noticeable improvements in how your legs feel, often within 90 days. If you're someone who's starting to feel muscle fatigue, tightness in the thighs, or slower movement, this one change could make all the difference. Because wild-caught salmon doesn't just feed your body, it restores what time has slowly taken away. It supports balance, energy, and independence. And at this stage of life, those are not small things. Food is medicine, and few foods are more powerful than this. So next time you plan a meal, think of your legs, your freedom, and your future. Then make space on your plate for wild-caught salmon. Your body will thank you, one step at a time. 2. Full-fat, unsweetened Greek yogurt. Bone and gut support. Sometimes the most powerful healing foods don't come in fancy packaging or expensive bottles. Sometimes they sit quietly in your fridge, waiting to be noticed. One of the most overlooked but deeply nourishing foods for seniors over 60 is full-fat, unsweetened Greek yogurt. Not flavored, not low-fat, just the real, creamy, nutrient-dense kind, and it can make a surprising difference in how your legs feel, move, and recover each day. After 60, our bones and muscles face constant stress. Not from hard labor, but from time. The body begins to lose bone density, muscle fibers become thinner, and digestion isn't what it used to be. But this one food addresses all of those issues at once. Greek yogurt is a quiet powerhouse. It's loaded with high-quality protein, especially an amino acid called leucine, which plays a direct role in muscle repair and growth. As we age, our body needs more leucine to trigger the same muscle-building response we once got with ease. That's why even if you eat well, you may still feel weak or tired unless your protein contains the right elements. A 2023 study published in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia and Muscle found that seniors who regularly consumed leucine-rich foods like Greek yogurt had 35% stronger lower body muscle, greater thigh retention, and a 41% lower risk of developing mobility disability within just 2 years. That's not just science, that's quality of life. But the benefits don't stop with muscle. Greek yogurt is also rich in bioavailable calcium and magnesium, two minerals essential for both bone strength and muscle function. Calcium helps muscles contract. Magnesium helps them relax. Without enough of both, seniors often experience nighttime cramps, stiffness when climbing stairs, or a constant sense of muscular fatigue, all warning signs that your body is struggling to maintain balance. In fact, a 2022 analysis published in the Journal of Geriatric Orthopedics revealed that older adults with magnesium deficiencies had a 53% higher risk of major falls, often caused by leg cramps, weak quads, or delayed reaction times. Greek yogurt helps close that gap naturally, no extra pills needed. And then there's the gut. As we age, our digestion slows down. We absorb nutrients less efficiently. But Greek yogurt contains probiotics, the beneficial bacteria that support gut health and help your body absorb the very nutrients your bones and muscles depend on. A healthy gut also plays a surprising role in reducing inflammation, a hidden contributor to muscle fatigue and joint pain. When your gut works well, everything else becomes easier. Movement, strength, even mood. But here's where most people go wrong. They choose low-fat or flavored yogurts thinking it's healthier. But fat is not the enemy. In fact, it's essential. Full-fat yogurt contains the healthy fats needed to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like D and K2, both of which are crucial for bone mineralization and muscle coordination. Without the fat, those vitamins pass right through your system, unused. Even worse, flavored yogurts often contain added sugars and artificial stabilizers, which promote inflammation, the very thing we're trying to avoid. To get the full benefit, choose plain, full-fat Greek yogurt. 1 serving per day is enough to make a noticeable difference. And the best part? You can make it your own. Add a few fresh blueberries for antioxidants. Toss in walnuts for healthy fats. Sprinkle chia seeds for fiber and magnesium. You're not just creating a snack, you're building a daily ritual that protects your strength, balance, and digestion. In the end, food isn't just about calories, it's about connection. What you eat connects to how you move, how you age, and how you feel each morning when you rise. Greek yogurt may seem simple, but it offers a triple-layered defense against leg weakness. Stronger muscles, denser bones, and a healthier gut, all in one creamy, healing bowl. And the best part? It's already within reach. 3. Lightly cooked spinach, blood flow and bone defense. It may seem simple, just a leafy green sitting on your plate. But spinach, especially when it's lightly cooked, holds powerful secrets that support the very foundation of your mobility. It doesn't just help your heart or your eyes. It speaks directly to your legs, their strength, their circulation, and their ability to keep you moving every day. As we age, poor blood flow becomes one of the most silent threats to muscle health. Muscles need oxygen and nutrients to stay active and responsive. Without proper circulation, even the strongest legs will begin to feel heavy, slow, or stiff. That's where spinach comes in. It's one of the best natural sources of plant-based nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that widens blood vessels and improves oxygen delivery to working muscles. Better circulation means less fatigue, faster recovery, and more confidence in every step. According to a 2022 study published in the American Journal of Geriatric Medicine, seniors with higher dietary nitrate intake, especially from leafy greens like spinach, showed significantly better walking speed, improved muscle oxygenation, and a lower risk of leg cramping. And the effects weren't limited to elite athletes or gym goers. These were everyday people, many over 65, simply adding a serving or two of cooked spinach into their weekly meals. But spinach offers more than circulation support. It's also loaded with magnesium and potassium, two key minerals that help maintain the electrical balance in your muscle and nerve cells. Magnesium allows your muscles to relax. Potassium helps them contract with stability. When either one is missing, you may feel twitching, stiffness, or unexplainable weakness, especially in the legs. Spinach fills these gaps gently and naturally, helping your body stay fluid, coordinated, and in control. And then there's vitamin K1, one of spinach's most overlooked strengths. This vitamin plays a central role in bone metabolism and vascular function, helping keep calcium in your bones and out of your arteries. In that same 2022 study, researchers found that seniors with low vitamin K1 levels had a 45% higher risk of falls and far greater incidence of osteopenia and osteoporosis, both of which lead to fragile bones and increased injury from minor accidents. Now you may wonder, should spinach be raw or cooked? The answer is both can be healthy, but for older adults, light cooking is best. Steaming or sautéing spinach for just a minute or two reduces oxalates, which can interfere with mineral absorption, while making magnesium and potassium more bioavailable. It's a small change that makes a big difference. Incorporating spinach is easy. Add a handful to your scrambled eggs in the morning. Blend a few leaves into a smoothie, or stir it gently into soups, stews, or warm grain bowls. When cooked with a little olive oil and paired with other nutrient-rich foods, like salmon or quinoa, spinach becomes more than just a side dish. It becomes part of a daily ritual to protect your legs, your balance, and your independence. Most people overlook spinach because it's common. But sometimes, the simplest foods offer the deepest healing. Spinach doesn't shout for attention. It doesn't promise instant results. Instead, it quietly restores what time has taken away: your strength, your circulation, and your confidence. At this stage of life, every step counts, and with spinach on your plate, every step becomes just a little easier. So give your legs the support they deserve, not from pills or promises, but from the healing power of food. Let spinach be part of your story, one that keeps you moving forward, one nourishing bite at a time. As we've learned today, protecting your legs after 60 isn't just about avoiding harmful supplements. It's about giving your body the right support, one meal at a time. Synthetic vitamin A and unbalanced calcium may quietly weaken your strength, but nature has already provided powerful tools to restore it. With wild-caught salmon, full-fat Greek yogurt, and lightly cooked spinach, you're not just eating, you're healing. You're feeding your muscles, protecting your bones, and improving circulation in ways that pills often cannot. Remember, it's never too late to feel stronger, steadier, and more in control of your body. Even small changes can lead to meaningful results: more energy, more balance, and more confidence in every step you take. If this message resonated with you, consider subscribing or sharing it with someone you care about. You never know who might need a little extra strength today. Thank you for watching. Take care of your legs. They carry your future.